Hey, I just wanted to tell a story that happened at the barbershop today. It's quite funny. Um, this weirdo couple came in, and I haven't had weirdo couples or people really come in a long time. It's been mostly just regulars or, the odd new person that ends up being pretty cool or all right. But I haven't had this level of like out there person in a long time, which I appreciate because it hasn't happened in so long. But so this couple walks in, early 60s, um, sits down. She sits in the waiting area. The gentleman sits in my chair, and I say, how short do you want this haircut? And he goes, I don't know. Ask her. So I look at his wife and I go, how short should I cut his hair? And she goes, I don't know. It's his hair. So I'm looking at his hair as he's sitting there, and it's like he's had like, it's like you can tell it's like he's kind of done it himself, but it's this patchwork quilt of like short, long, short, long, short, long kind of thing. So she says he cuts it himself, and I go, yeah, I can tell. And I go, just shorter, kind of cleaned up, make it even. And you go, yeah, I don't care, sure. And I'm like, all right. So I start cutting it. And right away, the first thing that the wife asks me is she goes, what do you think of the New World Order? And I'm just like dumbfounded that this is like one of the first questions that they ask me. And I kind of like smirk a bit, I guess. And I go, huh, New World Order. I'm like, And right away, it's like she reads that. She reads that I smirk. And she says, he's smirking. And the husband kind of looks and concerned as well. And right then the phone rings. So I go and I take the phone call and I book an appointment. And I come back and I'm like, what is going to happen? What is going to be going on here? And I wonder if they're going to continue with this line of questioning. And it didn't. The husband changed it. He's like, how long have you been here? And I'm like, oh, 17 years. And he's like, oh, cool, good. Yeah, it's a good spot. I'm like, yeah. And so I'm just cutting, and it's just like, this is bizarre, and it's weird. And, and then suddenly the wife says, the husband says, where are you from? And before I have a chance to say I'm from Nanaimo, the wife says, I bet you're from Vancouver. And I go, no, I'm not from Vancouver. And she goes, Victoria. And I'm like, no, not from Victoria. And she doesn't guess again. And I just go, I'm from here. No, really? And they're both like, okay. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And I'm like almost done the haircut at this point. And the husband says to me, you ever get any famous people in here? And I go, yeah, I had Ed Robertson from the Bare Naked Lady, lead singer of the Bare Naked Ladies, came in here once, and I cut his hair. I worked on that fade. And I've never seen someone get so bent out of shit. Like, that happened. That's not, I didn't say, yeah, Charles Manson. I didn't say, but the negative reaction to this guy, I said, so yeah, Ed Robertson, the Bare Naked Ladies. And he literally is just like, Bare Naked Ladies. Oh, I hate Bare Naked Ladies. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he just really like in his own little world was just like, God damn, Bare Naked Ladies. Like just so mad. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm just trying to really finish up the haircut quickly at this point. And he finally stops himself and like he's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. And I'm like, nah, it's cool. I'm like, you can like or not like whatever band you want. I don't care. I'm not in Bare Naked Ladies. I'm like, you just asked who was the famous. And I named him. I don't care if you don't like Bare Naked Ladies. That's fine. That's all good. So by that point, I was pretty much done. And I go turn around. I go, hey, how's that? And he kind of was like, yeah, I guess that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm like, it's a lot better than how it was. And he goes, yeah. So he goes to pay and he pays with debit. And he's like, he goes, I put in a $12 tip for yourself. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And the wife does not like that at all. She's like, $12 tip. Are you kidding me? And gets pretty mad. I'm just ignoring her at this point. And he's like, yeah, I cut my hair. It's fine, you know? And yeah, so went through and I said, oh, thanks for coming in, you guys. Have a good day. And they kind of, okay, yeah, sure. And they like got up and left. Weirdest thing ever. I used to have lots of those customers. That was very much a regular occurrence, but I've not had that in some time. Just wanted to share that story. And yeah, I thought it was funny. So I want to make a note of that one. All right. I hope you have a good night, people. Facebook land.